Hello, welcome everyone. So today I'm going to do some record for our lecture, and you could pause at any time if you want to make notes or just do the exercises I will show you. So it's more convenient for you, I think. Okay, so today's lecture we are going to have two parts. First, we will do a very brief review of what we had just learned last week about Pinyin, because it's very important of understanding Chinese language at the beginning and pronunciation. Okay, so learning every language is always start from reading the words. Okay, and second part, we're going to learn some new words and make some basic conversation in Chinese. So let's move on to first part. Okay, as a previous lecture, we have just talked about Pinyin. We know what it is and how many alphabets we should know about Pinyin. Okay, so Pinyin especially helping us to understand these Chinese words and helping us to read these words. For example, if we have such Chinese character and we don't know how to read it, yes. But now if we have Pinyin, just like this, we know how to read this word. 我, okay, 我. And this word exactly means I in English. Okay, so here are some other examples. We have these 4 characters in Chinese, and before knowing Pinyin, we don't know how to read them. So Pinyin is provided, and then we can understand which word, how to read it correctly. For example, 我 means I. Okay, last time we have a very simple sentence. For example, I am a teacher. 我是老师. Remember it? And also, he is a teacher or she is a teacher. So he, 他 is the second. Okay, so he means 他 in Chinese. We also got a female, her or she. So she has the same pronunciation in Chinese, although they are different character. So she also pronounced as 她. Second and third, 你 means you. You are a teacher. 你是老师. And the last one, it's a verb. 学 For example, student. We could say 学生. Okay, 学生. So if we want to say I am a student, we could say 我是学生. Okay, so 学生 means student. Next one, if we have in this small table, here is listed all of the initials. B, P, M, F, D, T, N, L, G, K, H, and pay attention, G, Q, X, Z, C, S. Okay, Zh, Ch, Sh, R, And 2 special, I just marked them with the small stars. Yeah, it's Y or epsilon, but in Chinese, Y, Y. Okay, and U, U. Okay, and also finals with tones. There are 6. I'm sure you already understand them. A, O, E, I, U, Ü. And with tones, we can practice A, 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 A. O, 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 O. E, 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 E. I, 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 I. U, 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 U. Ü, 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 Ü. Then we have so many compound finals. I'm not going to read them again, but if you want, you can practice on yourselves. For example, A plus E, it should be read as I. E plus E should be A. Okay? For example, if we have something similar like Pinyin, we're going to find, for example, pie or pay. Yes, they could be, but pia and pie, sorry, we don't have those two in Chinese language. Okay, hi, hey, yes. And here, how should we read these 3? They are hong, heng, hang. You see, if I put second tone above the vowel, second tone, now they could be read as hong, heng, and hang. Next examples. Here again, we prefer second tone or third tone just. So let's try if this pinyin are third tone. Chang, zhang, cheng, chong. Okay, so zhe is ch. Okay, zhe is zh. Okay, besides we have tones, and we know that together we have 4 different tones. These are also very, very important. Here I just write for very. So if you see the right pronunciation, but with the wrong tone, you could be saying something completely different. Okay, maybe you will see a complete different word. So that's why we have also to know the knowledge of tones. For example, here is a small panda, very lovely. So panda, how to say it in Chinese word? Here we could see there are 2 characters, 熊, 猫. 熊, 猫 means panda. 熊 is second tone here, and 猫 first tone. But pay attention. If we just change the tone and we read as 胸毛, 胸毛, they are similar. Yes, we guess. Okay, what's wrong? Hairy chest. So please, never forget the tone. If you change the tone, you may refer to totally another meaning, like this. Okay, so pay attention. If we change the tone, we may use different word, maybe. Next example. Here is a lovely baby is sleeping. So, to sleep, 睡觉. Yes, 睡觉. Both are fourth tone. But what happened? If we just read 睡觉, third tone, then you mean dumpling. You mean the food. Okay, so 睡觉 is a verb to sleep. But 睡觉 is totally different, means dumpling. Hello everyone. 大家好. 大家好. Yes, to say hello to everyone. Okay, 3 characters. But if we said 大家好, 大家好, 打架 is another verb, means to fight. Okay, so even though you make a correct pronunciation of 好, which means good, but you mean different meaning. Here, like the bears are fighting. Okay, so please pay attention. 大家 here means everyone. Okay. Next, let's try to read it. 收拾. Yes, pay attention. Here, the second word is without tone. It's correct because sometimes we does not put any tone on the second word. Yes, some words, many words, we just do not emphasize this. So it could be without any tone. And we just read it very slightly. So 收拾, 收拾, pick up. Yes, clean up. But if you put a tone here, 收拾, okay, they are first tone, but you mean bury the dead. Okay, totally different meaning. So 收拾, 收拾, not 收拾. Okay, 拾 is dead, the dead. Yes. So actually, we also have to know how to write every tone. Yes, because you learn Pinyin, you should always know how to write the tone sign for first, second, third, and fourth. Okay, let's look at this table. First tone is a small horizontal line, and second one is going up. Third one has 2 steps. Okay, and first go down and then go up. Fourth tone directly go down. Just like, for example, McDonald's, we have first tone, fast, and uphill, second tone, like a valley, third tone, and then downhill, fourth tone. So if you cannot remember which tone is exactly, please you could remember this very interesting picture and you will know what should or how should we pronounce it, these 4 tones. Okay. So here is just a small comparison, comparing Chinese tones to English words. As I told that English, they also has a melody of every sentence, of every words, and that has the same function as our Chinese tones. Okay, so here just a small reminder. Let's now do more practice. Okay, you can pause this video and practice on yourselves, and then we read together. Okay, let's read 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 together. And let's see if you got correct pronunciation of each word. First one, ba, 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 ma. Okay, very simple. Just an initial plus vowel and 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 tones. Second, ma, ma, ma. Next, ni, 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 ni. Wo, 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 wo. Okay, maybe it's due to the presentation. So, this word should belong to the second, and also wo is the fourth tone. Okay, here. La, 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 la. Here. He, 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 he. Okay, have you got correct pronunciation? Congratulations. Of course, here are some examples. I will just show you very quickly, and of course, you could check on yourself also. 学，学，学，学。捞，捞，老，老。很，很，很，很。凶，熊，熊，熊。Number 5, it's not a y, but j, jiang, 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 jiang. Last one, chang, 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 chang. Great. So, well, that's all for our brief review of tone and pinyin. Okay, so later I will send this presentation to you, so you will check it again. Wonderful. Now, let's move on to our second part of this lecture, which we are going to learn some new words and very useful conversation. Great. So let's start. First, I would like to show you 5 pictures with 5 words. Of course, they are written in Pinyin. Yes, not directly in Chinese characters. So please, I will give you some time to categorize or guess which picture should be which word. So please, which word should be under which picture with the correct meaning? Okay, so after finishing, you could continue this video. So let's try. Okay, there's a pizza, a ballet dancer, cup of coffee, guitar, and maybe this one, Coca-Cola. Let's check. Which one should be which word? For example, first, pizza, or it's a pie, it's a piece of cake. Have you got it? Pie. Pie. Okay. It means piece of cake here, pie. So actually it's translated directly from English word into Chinese. Second, ballet dancer. We have here ballet. Ballet. The third, coffee. In Chinese, 咖啡. 咖啡. Next, guitar. Okay, so we have 吉他. Last one. Okay, everyone could read this word using pinyin. 可乐. 可乐. Great. You might have noticed that every Chinese words are pronounced similar like the English words. Yes, pie. And in Chinese also we have pie. Ballet, we have in Chinese 芭蕾. Coffee, we have in Chinese 咖啡. Guitar, 吉他. Coca-Cola, 可乐. So these words in Chinese are actually translated directly from the English. Okay, here's just a small warming up. Let's move on to our conversation. For example, here in a small conversation, I'm sure you already know 你好. Yes, so here 你 pronoun singular, you. 好 adjective, something good or fine. So say hello to everyone. 你好. So pay attention, just singular. So if you want to say hello to more than one person, we use plural, like 你们. 你们. So pay attention here, these two characters. We had the first one, 你, and the second without tone. So we read it slightly, 们. Okay, 你们 means plural you. Okay, more than one person. So say hello to you, 你们好. But sometimes we also want to show polite. If you say hello to your boss, yes, or someone like higher level, you want to show polite. So you could say 您. 您. Yes, it's a special pronoun to show polite. It also means you. So we could say 您好 and 你们好. Okay, these two conversations show A is one person and B is another. So 你好, 您好, and 你们好. Good. Now we have 3 ways to say hello. Okay, sometimes if we make something wrong, we want to say sorry. We could say here, 对不起，对不起。Okay, and the answer could be, you're welcome, doesn't matter, that's okay. So the response could be, 没关系，没关系。Okay, so 对不起，没关系。Very simple. 好的。Next one, we want to thank somebody, someone's help. Thank you. Here, two the same characters. 谢谢. We only emphasize the first one. Second one without any tone. 谢谢. Answer, 不谢. 不谢. It means do not or it's okay. Yes. So 不谢 means no need to thank. Okay, thank you. It's okay. Or we want to say thank you. 谢谢你. Okay, thank you. 谢谢你. It's okay. You're welcome. We could also answer like 不客气. 不客气. Okay, we have two methods to say thank you. 谢谢 or 谢谢你 or 谢谢你们. Yes, 谢谢你们 means you want to say thank to more than one person. Okay, 谢谢，谢谢你，谢谢你们. And then the other guy could reply 不谢 or 不客气. Great. Say goodbye. Actually, we will say it every lecture. Say goodbye. 再见. Okay, 再见. And then another one could always say also 再见. Goodbye, goodbye. Okay, 再见. Sure. Have you got every conversation? Let's now take a look at this video, small video, and try to follow it to repeat the conversation.
你好，你好，谢谢，谢谢，不客气，不客气，对不起，对不起，没关系，没关系，晚上好，晚上好，晚安，晚安，早上好，早上好，再见，再见，再见，再见。
Great. It's a very small, short, interesting cartoon. Okay, so here you can repeat this conversation and try to practice on your own. Now, after finishing practice, we could look at this small exercise. We're going to match the pictures with the dialogues. For example, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 pictures and 4 dialogues. So let's match them. First one, they are shaking hands. Okay, so which one could be possible? 谢谢你 or 再见 or 对不起 or just say hello, 你好. Okay, so here in the first picture, maybe they are saying thank you, okay, or what else, or just say hello. We cannot that sure. So let's wait a minute. Second picture, yes, a girl is leaving with her luggage. So she is also shaking hands. Maybe she is saying 再见, goodbye. Okay? So we could put dialogue 2 here. 再见. Next one, a lady is smiling and she is receiving something, maybe a gift or a parcel. Okay, and she is happy, so she is saying thank you. Okay, 谢谢你. Answer, 不客气. So this one should be dialogue 1. Last one. Okay, a man is kneeling his knees. So maybe he's apologizing, not just say hello. Okay, so this one, the last picture should be 对不起. Then the girl could answer 没关系. Okay, great. So now we understand the first picture must be just say hello. 你好. Yes. Okay. So please pay attention. Sometimes we just do abbreviation of the tone mark. This one we had just talked about last time. So please, you could read it again and look at these examples in this small table. Okay, so after understanding this rule, sometimes we don't put any tone on some syllable, on some pinyin, and pay attention if we want to put tone marking above u and ü. So pay attention. 女儿, for example, here means daughter. 女儿, we use a small comma. Okay, so please read it carefully and try to read these words. Pay attention to the neutral tone. Okay. What about abbreviation? So, E, O, U, A, U, N, especially when they follow an initial, they are written as EU, UI, and UN. Okay. Also, these exercises, please do it. And last week we had just did some of them. So this time it could be easier for you. Great. So after finishing all of this conversation, tone rules, let's do this as a small home exercise. Okay, here again, we're going to look at the pictures and read these words. But please, you could finish after class. Great. So much for today. And be careful about the conversation we had learned. So from next week, we are going to repeat them and move on to next topics. Okay, of course, after class, you will find every materials sending in our group. So please do some notes and home practice. Good. 谢谢，谢谢你们，再见。Okay, goodbye.